We're off. We're about to embark. And the bugs and dragonflies are crazy out here.
The dragonflies were incredible that day, which is great though because the dragonflies eat the mosquitoes and the black flies, so having a whole swarm of dragonflies around you means that you're not going to have any pesky bugs.
Alright. We got a fish jumping right up here. Brent's going to go. He's going to try to catch him with the fly rod.
Yeah.
Ready, Brent?
It's been a while.
Okay, man. You ready to give her?
Yep.
You got your beer in hand?
I don't have it with
then
me.
you're not ready.
It's kind of hard to bend.
Okay, we're just walking up on this trout.
Okay, this is about
Brent's
as close as we can get.
He's sitting right in this pool here. The trout? Right about there. That's where he's hanging. Brent just caught up a tree right behind him. That's where he snagged. Right there, that tree that's moving. Good cast, Brent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cast attempt number 2 coming up in a moment. Okay, Brent's ready. Cast attempt number 2, and he just jumped again. He's ready. He's right on this guy. You gotta let more line go, Brent. More line. Way more line. No, you're not, dude. Way more line. Ooh. Okay.
That's right where he's at.
So if you're fishing brook trout in a stream, generally you don't have the opportunity to fish with a fly rod just because it's so overgrown on the edges, well, especially in northern Ontario. On this occasion we did have the chance to fish for a fly rod, so we took it. Brent never actually picked up this trout, but it was still kind of fun to watch.
Blowing it, bud.
Oh, he's small.
I don't believe that. I think it's just that you suck.
That was him. He's about 4 inches.
Well, you can't even catch a 4-inch trout. Not that smart, is he?
He got a big hook on.
I've got my rod over the edge here.
Edit the language.
You got something to do?
Yeah, I think I got one.
Rocking. Size?
I think it's pretty big.
Pretty big. How big's pretty big? That.
You killed them.
Is that the same size as the Michigan brook trout? Nice fish, Dale. Congratulations.
That's a good one for you.
Okay, you want to let him go or keep him?
There's another beaver dam.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready. He's letting it go.
And there he goes.
Rocking. This is the nice beaver dam up here. We're going to pick up fish.
So brook trout are inherently a cold water fish. They desire to be somewhere with cool water. And so if you're fishing in the streams in the summertime, it basically concentrates the fish for you into the deeper areas. And the deeper areas are generally right on top of the beaver dams, like on the top pool, because the beaver had to pull up all the dirt to make his dam to mix in with the sticks. And also like right in the corners, just because basically there's a natural whirlpool that's created in the corners of the river, and that natural whirlpool sucks out all the dirt and moves it to another location on the river. And so if you're looking for the deep water in the river and you don't have a depth finder, try the upside of the beaver dam because there's going to be the beaver pulling up the stuff. Try the downside of the beaver dam because the rapid's going to be pushing away the silt, and also try in the corners of the river. So Greg's got to be pretty happy to have all those dragonflies running around. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to be out there without his bug net. So a nice underwater shot that Brent took of a trout that I caught. As you can see, I'm using a small pink jig head. That was an 1/8 ounce jig head and a chunk of worm. The other guys were using a straight hook and a chunk of worm with a slip sinker up top. And he just pulled off recording because Dale just picked up another trout on the top of the beaver dam.
There's one rising right there.
I don't believe it.
No, that's a dragonfly hitting the water, dropping his eggs. Beautiful water. And we get Joel.
See my line going? See it going?
He's got a bite. Well, I'm looking for your line. I'll zoom in on your line. So now we're repositioned.
Ready?
And
You going? What do you got?
we got one.
Nice. How many is that? That's just full for us.
Hold on, let me zoom in on him there.
He's a little bit big, Greg. I think that one should go back in.
Look at the minnow in his mouth there.
Big minnow in his mouth, too.
Wow, he's puking them up.
Okay, come
About a 3-inch stickleback, 5-inch brook trout. Very aggressive fish.
Never get it on camera, though. Makes it look like you're cheating, doesn't it?
Yeah. I just turned it off.
The fish snagged him in the side of the face.
Oh, that's a relief. Let me zoom in on him.
Okay, keep it on there.
Oh, he was swimming for it. It fits in his face.
Right in the dorsal fin.
Yeah, cute little bugger, huh? Oh, it's like fishing the Garden River.
Okay, get him out.
There we go.
That would be a pike bait there, eh? Wouldn't you love to use that for a big pike? Pike could see that, he'd be like, oh yeah,
I thought I had a
my
nice
lucky day. Okay, let's see that guy. How long is he? About 5 inches, 6 inches?
Hold on, let me zoom in on him. Go nice and easy here. Oh, there we go. Beautiful fish. Better let him go before you handle him too much.
Wait a sec.
So a word on beavers and brook trout. Basically, most of the streams in northern Ontario, without the presence of beaver, would not be able to hold brook trout because in the summertime the water would flow out of them. Having beavers in the system allows the water to pool up and get deep enough, and that deep water is really needed to keep the water cool for brook trout. Having brook trout in a system floods the surrounding area, which introduces a ton of nutrients as well as bugs into the river system, which means bigger brook trout. Beavers also defecate into the water, which is great as far as the food chain goes because it's the base of the food chain. It's the food for the plankton and the algae. So while I've got you as a captive audience, I'm going to talk to you about introducing some type of a slot size for brook trout. Basically, some kind of a slot size which would be mandatory to release the middle-sized breeding brook trout. Otherwise, you could hypothetically go into a stream and fish it out very easily, just because brook trout are so easy to catch on a straight hook and a chunk of worm. The slot size for brook trout that should be imposed should be very similar to the one that was imposed on walleye in northeastern Ontario. The former walleye slot system mandated that you release all walleye between 16.1 inches and 22.1 inches. The biologists indicated that those were the best breeding stock for walleye. Above and below that size, their performance started to dwindle a little bit. A similar system should be set up to protect the brook trout between about 13 and 17 inches. An approach like this would make sense from a biological viewpoint because brook trout are just so easy to catch in the streams when they're feeding. It would also make sense from an economic viewpoint because Ontario could then market itself as having a truly world-class brook trout fishery that's protected for future generations. Without such regulations, it's very difficult to maintain a quality fishery with heavy access
Smile for
into
the
system.
Hi.
Measure how big he is, kind of.
Probably about 7 inches.
On there.
That's a nice one.
Get the net.
Okay, there is no net. You got him right in the side, that's how you got
There
him.
must be a lot of them down there. I've
Yeah.
never snagged a brook trout before, and I got 2 today.
Just so everybody's clear, it's legally mandatory that you release any fish that you snagged. So, of course, we let go of this one. And during the recording, I got a fish of my own.
I got a fish, Brent. Can you take my rod? Take this rod for a second. Do I get a fish?
Come on, this one go.
Yeah! Reel him in, Brent.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Get him in the boat. Get him in the boat. Perfect.
Boy, he gives it.
Hey, Greg. When you're going to let go fish, you got to make sure you tell me because I can get it on camera, okay?
Joel,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast this one out.
Wait a second. You just caught it. That's okay.
Yeah, but let's do it again.
Are you going to keep this one or no?
Yeah, he's gizzarded. You gotta keep him.
He's gizzarded it,
He's all
eh?
bloody.
So he's not going to let it. He's not going to spit it at all.
No.
Okay. Well then, give him a cast, and then we'll do a real fishing like catch with this. Are you guys ready for a real fishing catch?
Come on, Joel.
Okay, let's go. What do you got, Brent? Tell me what's going on.
Well, it's getting kind of windy. I think I got a hit.
You got a hit going on?
Yeah.
Okay. On? He's on? Rocking. Good
Feels
fish?
Pretty nice, yeah.
Good fish?
Yeah.
Look at that breeze here, eh? Oh, that's a beauty. Look at the colors on him too, eh? Nice. Very rocking.
Yeah.
Look at that big one! Look at that size of that one! Oh yeah!
Got a hole in the camera.
Hey man, that's a lunch trout.
All right.
Look at the way he fucking grabbed it deep, man.
Well,
He grabbed it deep.
I had to
that's
wait
why
so
it's not-
long for the cameraman to pick up the camera.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
You got him? Good. Okay.
Got him.
Nice brookie. That's the one I just missed, you piece of trash. Good, that's another one for lunch for us. Hey, show a hand shot. Hold up that brookie for the camera.
Oh, you knocked over, almost knocked over right here.
Well, you don't have.
And here's Brent with the biggest brook trout we caught that afternoon. The last time I went into the stream, which was the year before, we got some 16, 17, 18-inch brook trout. I released them, and I really doubt that anyone else caught them, just because I fly over the area all the time and have never seen anyone in here. Yeah, this one here was about 13 inches, so we decided to keep him for lunch. Just a perfect trout for lunch. We picked this brook trout out of about 10 feet of water. It seems like the bigger brook trout are found in the deeper water of the rivers and streams. So Brent and I are fishing out of an old fin and feather that I found. It was my mom's old boat that she had when she was a kid, so it was basically as old as dirt. The beautiful little boat, flat bottom, and what's really nice about that, as opposed to a canoe, is that it's very stable. So we ended up catching a lot of small trout that day, 4 inches, 5 inches, which is nice. That's about a 2-year-old trout. That just means that they're doing a really good job breeding in there, and the creek is healthy.
No, I gotta keep mine.
Give me a second. Can you swallow it deep or what?
Yeah.
Swallow it deep, eh?
I'm waiting.
Okay, let me see what this
Oh, he just shot my worm off. That
Oh, shit. This one here is way down, too. So we got 2 trout we're going to have to keep here, man. So, what can I say? Hold them up to the camera, Brett? Just to say. Nice little trout, but yeah, this one downed it, so.
Here, I'll hold
I don't
mine
know.
up better.
Even if I wanted to let this go, he'd still die, so we might as well eat him. And then we don't have to keep others.
There you go. I'm gonna put them in.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to snag you up.
Yeah, you got me. Nope.
Okay, man, it's all you. All you.
Somebody
Hey,
in.
nice brook trout. Oh, get him in the boat! Get him in the boat!
Jeez, you hit my pole. He just fell off.
Hey.
In the boat? Boom!
Nice job, Brett.
Good job, son.
Want to release him?
I don't know, how big is he?
Not that big.
I think we can release that one.
We're using crawlers today.
Say again?
Well, that's a nice
Crawlers today.
Golden. I think that's a good one for lunch.
Okay, I'm snagged right underneath your canoe. So go ahead, keep pushing, Joel.
Alright. Okay, keep him.
Throw him in the
Throw him
lunchbox.
Throw him in the cooler. Take your time, Dale.
What do we got, Dale?
What are you using there, Dale?
Oh, we're using Canadian crawlers.
Canadian crow.
Oh, that's a nice one.
You got a good one on?
Oh, he's in the sticks. Pull. There you go.
Good deal. Well, this is all old growth forest in here, very old. This is the kind of stuff I'd like to see the machinery go into and do some harvesting. That's about a pound and a half brook trout, Dale. That's a good one. That's a good one, bud. Get him in.
Why would you like to see him do harvesting here?
Because there's so much old growth forest here. It's like it's all dead and rotten. Might as well start to cut it before it all dies. Ready?
Nice one.
You on? Yeah, I just hooked into a nice little fish here. I'm gonna see if I can't do a flip and get him right in the boat. Okay, pretty good. Hey, this is a nice lunch trout here. This is a good one. That's about 9 or 10 inches. That's just what we're going for. Hit on a straight hook, a worm, and a sinker. I'm just pulling this guy up, and I'm looking. He's got like 4 or 5 big sticklebacks that he's puking up right now. He's all nervous, right? So he's puking. And like, there's like a handful. Look at this. Ready? See that? Those are all big ass minnows. So, hey, this is a good one. This is just what we're going for up here, guys. I just saw him puke out 4 minnows. We're hoping to get a couple more. What did we get? About 20, 25 BT so far, or what? Fish on, Brad? Nice, nice brookie. Hey, don't lose him in the. Oh, there you go. There you go, bud.
Nice.
There you go. That was nice action. I like that. How you got that guy around the sticks and everything. Golden, very golden. Show these guys. That looks like a nice releaser fish to me. He's a little bit small. It's nice to see those healthy fish in here, though, eh?
Get them in there fast.
The system's doing good to catch a bunch of small brook trout like that. Our biggest brook trout that we picked up so far, what, about 14, 13 inches? Hooked him perfect, like right on the nose area. He'll be non-harmful. Okay, he's gone. Later, bud. Real small, and he's about 4 inches, 5 inches. These guys are trying to start a forest fire here. This is the starting stage. Gonna kick some fish, start a forest fire, have lots of fun, you know. Keep the bugs away, cook some fish. Got a nice little fire going. We're gonna cook some trout. Perfect.
Keep them coming.
What do you got going on, Brent?
I am going to stuff trout with onions.
So that's all we got, right?
That's all we have. We brought a basket, but we have no oil or salt, pepper, or anything. And then, so this is the way it's going to be. We'll close it up with this, cover them, dip them in water, and then we'll put them on the fire.
For a couple
As the
minutes.
grass gets hot, the water in there will steam them. You got the onions for the flavoring, and they won't burn that way.
They'd be good.
Yep.
Can't wait.
And we'll cover that smell, the taste of the pine.
Greg, what are you doing?
Making some corn here.
Open up some cans, right?
Throw in some cans of corn.
Got a nice fire going. Dale.
So Brent's pretty happy. It's not every day that you can go out in Michigan and catch a bunch of brook trout like this. We ended up keeping some smaller brook trout, some 5 or 6 inchers, just because we hooked them really deep, and there was no point in releasing a fish that we knew would die anyway, so we just decided to keep those for lunch.
With onions so they steam nicely.
Looks good, buddy. Nice looking fish. Ugly guy, nice fish. What can you say?
Nice looking guy.
Looks bad, but tastes great.
Auction is coming, we shall see. We shall see. Indian boy.
So Greg's all set up for lunch here. He's got his spoon in his ear, he's got his glasses, his cigarette, his hat, his beer. He's ready to go. In case you're wondering, you might be a redneck if making cutlery to eat your lunch requires you to forfeit your 10-cent deposit on your beer can.
Really?
Still nice on the inside.
Fucking crazy. I never knew.
Oh yeah. Is that hot?
Yeah, man.
Let's see, are they done? Are they flaky? Yeah, they're done. That one's not. That's not done right
That's
there.
done.
While the grass is
It's
still
not
green
done.
as hell on the inside.
Not done.
No?
Nope,
The grass is still really green.
it's not done.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Dot dot dot. Is the fish good? Is it bad?
That smells good.
Yeah, man. Smells like chives. Okay, just drop a couple out. Drop them on the plates, and then we're
Here.
gone. Then we're eating.
So we weren't too picky about pulling the grass out from the brook trout. When the grass was cooked, it tasted sweet and it was soft, just like asparagus.
That's our lunch. Should be good. I'll tell you what, the food tastes great. You're going to show us how to take off all of the meat off a trout without getting any bones, right?
Just like that.
Just
so
like
not
that.
But the cage.
Okay, so what are you doing, man? Tell me.
Well, I got a little stick here. It helps, and you just scrape it off the top.
Okay.
Do the top first.
How are you keeping the ribs out there?
You just kind of hold it right here, and you pull downwards. You don't go up. You go from its head towards its tail in all motions,
Okay.
and you scrape down, like so. The fork works a lot better.
Oh, then a stick?
Yep,
You sure, right?
of course.
Okay.
Then you take your fork, or in this case a stick, and you reach underneath. And then, as you pull up the rib cage softly, you just tap the meat in the back.
Your
Now, the
left
big
hand's right in the way.
Okay. Now, on a big one it's easier because the bones are harder. They're not as soft. And then you just work down, and you can lift it right out. And at the very end, you'll get the tail that comes up.
Right.
Now, when you fry it, the best part is the tail. It's crunchy, kind of like a chip. AKA fish chip.
Okay.
All right, now I got.
And I would like to show you his homemade spoon.
I got made fun of for making this thing, but not too bad.
Hey, that's pretty tasty, man. I like it. I like it. Beer cap. Creative. Brent, show us the other methods to eat.
There's the shovel,
There's the shovel. What else? What else you got?
pig face and trowel.
Pig face and trowel. That's pretty good. You suck that up? Is there like suction cup in there?
You didn't hear the sound?
Yeah, suction
Kinda
cup. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha.
Good, man.
Gotcha. Any other methods preferred?
Go fast and pick up with your hands.
Alright. Hey, you know why guys eat real fast?
So eat with your hands.
Why do they eat real
Who
fast,
wants to
guys?
tell
me the story about this paddle.
Greg was messing around, and I gave him a little push because we were racing to the beer.
The last beer.
And For some reason, he lost his balance
And I won fair and square.
stepped on the damn paddle.
Fair and square.
Yeah.
So here we are fixing Greg's.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me.
You had nothing to do with it. You're innocent.
Oh, I was chasing after the beer.
You were innocent. Innocent.
No, well,
Yeah, innocent.
it's for
Innocent.
your judgment.
You were innocent.
For your judgment.
Tell you what.
For your
that last
judgment.
beer is good.
Well, that was the end of the lunch break for us. After lunch, we fished for a little bit longer, but we pretty well headed back to base camp. We tried some different spinners and some different baits, just because we basically caught so many already.
Nice fish. Now, is that a male or a female, Brent?
I don't know, but he's got the little minnows in him.
Yeah.
So the true key to a successful fishing trip is stable barometric pressure, and especially so for trout. So if you've got thunderstorms or big storms the night before, you might as well scrap trout fishing the next morning and go out for a different species, like bass or pike that aren't so affected. Of course, an area that has fish in it, well, that would help too.
Hey, about a 4-inch brook trout, 5-inch brook trout, they feel nice, man. They just feel really nice. A little small for some guys. I think it's fun myself. This guy's gonna go back in. He'll get bigger.
And this is Greg after a hard day of fishing. And this is Joel attempting to fly fish.
The attempt.
This is how most of Joel's fishing goes. He's untangling things.
You are awful. You untangle all of that line when you're done. I don't want to see a knot in there. I saw all the moon knots. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. You untangle it all. I can't, man. You can't. I saw all the moon knots. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. You untangle it all. I can't, man. You can't untangle them. No, you can't. Not possible.
What do you have to say about that, Joel? More tangling.
That fly fishing.
A lot of tangling for Joel.
Joel's gonna be here.